All right, guys, welcome back to part 3 of this series, or 4. I don't know where we left off at, but we started a new backtest on NQ, and it turned out horribly for the first 3 months. And so after doing some further analysis, I went back and looked at the specific price action, and I saw it was not optimal to be trading. And I kind of did mention that several times on the video, that on the live market, I wouldn't be trading anything like that. But it's still good to test the edge cases of your system to see if you were to force it on any market, would you still be break even or, slight drawdown, nothing too drastic? And we can see that, right? Like here, we would have passed an evaluation and then lost it right away, or maybe not lost it, but drawdown, and then possibly down here on the lower ends, we would have lost that count. And now we're going to simulate starting a new prop challenge from the start of today to see what would happen. But tomorrow, I believe, is a bank holiday. So on the 19th, or 20th, I'm sorry. So we'll turn this on, and then bank holidays tomorrow. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So won't be trading tomorrow. I just stay out of any bank holiday or anything like that. But yeah, any other questions before we get started?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah. I've been kind of disappointed in this because it's just not clean. If anything, I would have preferred to see this go stable instead of like the chop up and down. But granted, number one, I was skipping a lot of trades I should have taken to ruin my edge. And lo and behold, it did work. But
Yeah.
I will be a lot more honest this time around. If there's something that I definitely would have taken, we'll throw it on there. Because I like to ruin my edge here and there. So coming on, this should be a way better back test now. Hopefully, starting now. But yeah, we'll see what the market has to do. Last time I was just kind of skipping through all this price action. There's nothing good here. I'm going to skip to the next day to see if we can find anything. Okay, now it's starting to look good, making sure I'm recording. Good. Okay, so now following the shorter term trend down. So we'll kind of skip down to the lowers and see if we can find anything. Hopefully a baseline and then get another potential entry. Now, this could be a valid entry, but look at the size of this. These are the kind of entries I used to take. No longer take them. We'll see what happens. I could see it coming up and then baselining again and giving us another setup. Didn't come up, but did baseline. Okay, now we get a valid entry after red news, so we're good. Gonna check this out again. Yeah, I like this entry. Now the market's looking a lot cleaner than it was yesterday, so hopefully we get a way better market condition. 28 stop, so something like that. Get tapped in, probably get tapped out, nothing new. Yep. And then coming in on 11, so we might not get another entry here. This is 12. So yeah, if you're crazy, you can take this. I'm not going to. Yeah, nothing happens. That's why I don't like trading towards the tail end of market, because the money in the market just kind of shifts out and there's nothing to really trade. Okay, we do have some money coming in. It's a little weak of a market condition. I'll take one loss here, because yeah, these like to run as well. We just kind of have to keep an eye out on the news for May 6th. I just want to double check everything. Yeah, so we're good. I'll take one entry, one loss here, and then we'll call it good. We're looking at a 7.49. Something like that. Get tapped in. Probably take another loss, nothing new. Move to break even right away. Here, I want to move this out the way. Okay, take a break even. That was probably red news. I don't know. Wait for a new reentry. Okay, this is going to be your next reentry, depending. It's anticipatory right now, so it's under the idea that this next candle is going to push up something like this. I did make an indicator a while back on that calculation. So what I do is wait for the next candle to open and then set a buy stop over those two.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and do that. Probably going to be another loss, which is perfect. Because I'm waiting for that one trade where I do expect it to be a loss and it just runs, right? So 2 losses max a day. I don't really like this market anymore, and it's too late to even trade. Cool. I'm going to wait for the hourly to shift up just a little bit. There we go. And now we have another entry here. So I'm just waiting for any one of these trades to run to make up all the profit that we've kind of given away right now. Probably take another loss, move to break even. Hopefully this is our runner that we've been waiting for all along, and it's probably not. 20-minute, wait for a new setup. Okay, we have a new reentry right over this high. Going to the 4 hour, 4 hours good, hourly's good, 20 minutes good, so 5-minute long over this high, 17 ATR stop. Something like that. Get tapped in, probably another loss, nothing new. Okay, and now I'm done for the day. 2 losses, and I don't want to touch this market anymore, and it just kind of fell off. So if anything, I'm going to wait for the hourly to shape back up. We're going back to break even on this account. We're down like 20 grand right now, and that's okay. Depending on how you manage your capital, you can be a lot more conservative. I'm a lot more risky right now. Kind of waiting for a new reentry. Nope, too late. There we go, money comes in. So off the 20-minute, this could be a valid entry right over this high, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait for a little bit more sideways. What's it look like on the 4 hour? So I want to see this 20-minute candle right here to see what it looks like on the 4 hour. Because that looks like an okay. Yeah, so on the 4 hour, we're close to the range, close to ending. 4 hour was comprised of these 3 candles, so one more candle and we're closing. So I kind of do like this. It's a little choppy, but I'll take something like this. Probably going to take another loss as we saw, but I'm okay with that. Yep. Okay. Another re-entry. I'm going to take this last one for a final loss on this day and then call it a day. But notice I'm not scared of taking losses.
Yeah.
Or like I don't get angry. It's just, if anything, I want to see the system crash so I know how to perfect it even better. Yep. And 2 losses for the day. And I'm down finally on this account. Now I'm back to 0, negative 1,000. So we'll see if we can pick it up here. Because back in the day when I backtested this system, it was very drastically different from what I do now. So I want to see how that's going to reflect. Because generally I don't want to trade this kind of price action. Very wicky, very questionable. Like this is just not wick, you know. And this is something I had a rule a long time ago in my early videos where if the 4 hour was questionable, I wouldn't trade it. And it's still a rule, but it's not. I used to look at wicks. I used to look at kind of the price delivery. And I found out I can still pull an edge out of a market condition like this, but generally I'd rather look away from it. And that's what I do on the live market. If I see a market like this and it's just chopping around back and forth, I really don't want to touch it. Okay, 4 in the morning rolls around. We'll see if we get anything here. Okay, anticipatory entry here. See if that's good. I'm gonna wait for the next candle to open. Okay, yeah, that's valid. So I'll take my buy stop right over this high. ATR is gonna be like 21. Probably take another loss. Move to break even right after this bullish break on this high. Still nothing to manage to, unfortunately. So probably take a break even. Nothing to manage to yet. Managing 70% to this low. Hopefully we get a new restructuring. When I talk about restructuring, I mean something like a pullback and then I'll build back up. So I want to see something like this and then I'll kind of follow it with fractal structure. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now 70% is going to be managed to somewhere in the middle of this entire range because it acts as some sort of absorption for this low right here. So money can maybe hold through. Okay, so now I'm going to manage to this low, somewhere around here. It doesn't matter. I'm kind of looking at this demand right here. Okay, now that we push further, I'm going to manage to here, somewhere around here. Okay, going to be a lot more, almost got tapped out there. Almost. Probably going to get tapped out here pretty soon. Almost got tapped out. I'm still going to leave it at where it's at. Coming in at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock hits and I close everything. So we just made 16 grand. Whereas before, hey, we're back where we were. Okay, so notice how one trade just made up for months and months and months of losses. And we'll see that in the calendar. So we'll go to the next day. The idea behind this video is to have like the comeback, to see it come back to what my statistical numbers show. And that's why I'm being a lot more meticulous with my entries. I want to make sure that my edge is truly representative of what we're doing here. So this entry, a lot of people would be taken. I'm not going to take it. It does look good, but I'm kind of refining right now to just select the best of the best cases. So like the 20-minute, it's good. Hourly, too low in the range. 4 hour, I could see this chopping around sideways for a little bit. I don't know if you saw my earlier videos, but I actually used to talk about this quite a bit. When the higher time frame would get extended, I want to see it come back and interact with the MAs or interact with itself, building off 2.0 demand zones. So just demand off of demand. Like here, we had demand, came back into demand, form new demand. Where is it at? Right here. And then we built off of that, leaving unmitigated demand action down here. So when demand gets left unmitigated, like this or like this, where price never comes back to touch it, what the narrative is kind of telling me is there's so much buying pressure that we don't even need to come back to these lows to buy up more. And if we were to come back down now, it's likely to take it out. It's no longer to mitigate orders and then continue higher, right? Like once price moves, it never comes back to it. It never comes back to it. However, once price does come back to it, let me show you an example. Down here, it's no longer to continue up. It's a crash back down, right? And that's where a lot of supply and demand understanding kind of falls out of place, and people, you know, they'll draw random lines all the way from down here and they're like, no, it has to. So 4 hour good, hourly too low. So I'm going to actually wait for this to build up somewhere to around here and then go sideways. There we go. Now it's worth it. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Like if you would have taken this, this would have worked out. But it also meant that you would have had to take this one and this one. So you see, I'd rather just wait for the very high confidence trades. I'll go with something like that. Place my order, probably take another loss. I am so okay with that. Maybe we'll get a new setup here. Too low in the range. I want to see a little bit more strength. And we'll just kind of fall off. So we'll go to the next day. 4 hour. I told you, the 4 hour, usually I want to see it kind of interact with either MAs or build off. And that's exactly what we're seeing. So now we're starting to build back up. So on the 20-minute, now we can start looking for entries. We're building something up. Okay. Gonna skip to the next day. Now if you want to look at that hourly as some sort of accumulation model, this thing is ready to run to take out these highs, in my opinion. Like that. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. This is a good entry. We'll see if there's anything there for us. Otherwise, we're getting a re-entry setup. Yep. Let's hope this wasn't red news. But yeah, this could be your entry. I'm going to double check it's not red news. Okay, good. So this is like your only entry here. 4 hour is good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. Notice how the weakness here at the top is so small compared to everything else. That's what I like to see. Generally, I like to see no weakness in the candle, but I do make exceptions. Cool. Probably take, okay. At least a break even. I'm waiting for more strength. We need to close somewhere above here. There we go. Now we move to break even. Probably take a break even. Nothing new here. Still nothing to manage to. I'm waiting for like 3 to 4 RR. So one more strength and then I'd be managed. So the total we moved here is like 3.9 and there's nowhere for me to manage. Like this would be the only place and I don't like it. 4 hour is okay. Oh man, but yeah, I can't do sideways markets like these. So I'm gonna wait for the hourly to shape back up. There we go. So now our entry is probably gonna be in here, to be honest. Yep, that's our entry. I'm gonna replay to look at this specific candle right here and show you what it looks like for me. So 4 hour, very clean. Money came in above the range, like just bulging over this area. Hourly, same thing, some sort of accumulation model. This is what I'm considering the spring or the test or the PSY, depending on how you look at the chart. But and yeah, by stopping this high, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. Looking at 11 ATR. Something like that. Get tapped in. Probably take a loss. Nothing new here. It is too late to take any sort of trade though. Wait for the hourly money to come back in. Perfect. We do have red news though in 4 hours, so we're still clear for an entry. Unfortunately, this wick is a little too big, but clean entry here if you have different rules. Okay, now we have a clear entry here, and it's 3 hours away from red news, so we're still good. 4 hours okay. A little weak. I could see actually the 4 hour flushing out anytime soon. 20 minutes good, so I'll take a long here. Probably going to be a loss, but that's okay. So we'll go with like a 10.95. Still valid. I want to see a very strong buy up candle, something just like this. Hopefully. Oh, opposite direction, but okay, gonna wait for a new reentry. Do have red news approaching, so I probably want to skip all this, and then I'm done for the day. 4 hour finally came out of whatever this was. I did a lot of testing on this kind of price action back in the day, and I do not trade this, where we're just kind of like jumping up, falling back down, sideways, same thing here, jumping up. And I have all those videos posted as well. So
Yeah.
if you want to go learn about that. Coming up on red news, so not touching any of this. And then after red news, I want to see it build up something into these ranges, hopefully. Okay, we're just kind of falling off, and I'm done for the day. Notice how in this market condition, I haven't touched price at all once. So now we're in a new trade zone. I don't want to even touch this. There we go. So as this candle's building, yeah, there's an entry. I actually want to go back and see what this looked like at the time. Yeah, this is clean. Like that's undeniably clean.
Yeah.
I want to see how far into the 4 hour candle we are. So it looks like we're 25% done with the candle. And so one thing you kind of have to be careful of is I want to show you why I look at the candle size so much, how far in the candle we are. For example, if we were to see this 4-hour candle at the moment when it was all filled up, we'd say, oh, that's an excellent buy. But another
Yeah.
hour ticks by, it flips back down, and it's no longer even a good buy at all, right? And so that's why I'm very
Yeah.
careful with that. Or like even this one would have looked so good all the way full, but then it snaps back down in the last hour, and it's not worth it. So 4-hour
So you do
is,
like after the 2 hours or more than that has passed already.
yeah, I want to see closer to the end of the candle before I get in.
Yeah.
Hang on. So, oh man, it is a good entry. What time is it? 8 in the morning. Usually I go back to a previous price and look at how price has reacted to candles like that in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. We'll skip it, shall we?
Yeah.
Because we do know it goes, and I don't want to cheat, right? What time is this? 11:40, so still kind of valid. I want to see the size of this candle. 12.5, 10, so I can't take that. And then done for the day. 4-hour is a little weak, so I'm going to wait for hourly money to come in. There we go. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Yes, I do like this. Okay, we'll see if we can get anything in here. 8.11 ATR. Probably a loss, nothing new. Now move to break even after we break over that black candle's high.
Yeah.
Probably take a break even. Probably could manage something here. No, not quite. I want to see a little bit more bullishness. I'll manage maybe 70% to somewhere. Yep. So wait for it to come back up. Okay, I guess it didn't come back up. So let me go back to the point where we would have taken off 70%. Somewhere around here we said 3RR, yeah. So what kind of play? Oh, fuck off. Here, I want to see if it comes back up so I don't have to replay again. Okay, it doesn't. I want to
So
be
you
very...
said like if there's news on like a pretty volatile pair like NQ or gold, and you're up like only 2 or 3 RR, like it's not worth to go through the news, right? Or like keep the trade in, or like could you take it off when you're live and there's like news and you're up like 2 or 3 RR?
Would I do what? Sorry, I missed the question.
Like just imagine like there's news coming up now because that's what it seems like now, and you're up like 2 or 3 RRs. So you said something about in a few days ago that on like a very volatile pair like NQ or gold, news tend to react like more like heavily on the pair, and like if you're not up a lot, you sometimes just take off the position, if I'm correct
Yeah,
or
yeah.
no?
No, if I'm
Yeah,
enough in profit, like I just realized something on this specific day. If you look at the time, so it's May 27th. I bet there was some sort of holiday, or here, I actually
yeah,
want to go see. What holiday is May 27th? There's got to be something. Because if you go here and look at the actual price, it was a half day on a Monday because
yeah.
time goes from 10:55 to 4 p.m. So for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, the market closed early that day. And my general rule of thumb is to simply close. I don't know what time before, just at a reasonable time when I'm at some sort of high. So at any sign of weakness here on this move, I would just close. So it could have been on this
Yeah.
move up right here, on this move up right here. Anytime where I see any sort of weakness close to the end of market. Now I have to replay because I undid the trade, but I'll show you because I just realized it was a half day, so it shouldn't even have counted. So right here, I'd mark it out at whatever time this is.
Yeah, it doesn't show it when you like look at it.
Yeah,
You
so
have
I'll
to
just
play through
do,
the
I think it
price.
was after 10, it moved to 4, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of outline it. Okay.
Yeah, here.
So you could either close here or at any sign of weakness. Okay, waiting for the time. I think it was at 11, right? Or 10:30. We'll close it here and see what happens. Because we know it is a half day and market's about to close at 10:30. Yeah, so at 11 it closed. And then, yeah, that's it. Like if I'm in enough profit, I'll just close. Go to next day, probably nothing on the next day. Once again, we're getting this weird, like, horrible price action on the 4-hour. We're not really moving. So I'm going to wait for that hourly to do something worthwhile. And nothing. So I'm going to skip to the next day. Lots of red news, so hopefully that catapults us upward this direction. I'm going to consider following the market short here to see if we're given anything. Once again, I probably wouldn't be trading this on live. Anticipatory, let me see closely. I want to see this as it was playing out. Because I want to look at the MAs before we get the next candle in. Yeah, I don't like that.
So it basically has to like touch the candle with the MA.
It
for
can.
you to-
Remember, I like to see it within a couple candles.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to, but if the previous one did, then it's still okay. Kind of comes down to you'll see it as time goes on. For example, if you wanted to take an entry over this high, but it just didn't give you anything, and the next candle is very similar, close to the high of this range. Those used to be my rules. So if the candle closed within this range, then yeah, I'd still consider a buy stop over that high. And it just kind of evolved into understanding, like just doing it without really thinking about it.
Yeah.
So red news played out at 8 in the morning. So there's probably going to be an entry in here. I want to see this candle and this candle. Probably not going to take anything, but I do want to see what they look like. Actually, that doesn't look too bad at all. So 4-hour, okay. Hour leaves very strong. 20 minutes very strong. I'd give it one more candle. And it just kind of goes. So anticipatory, because if the next candle goes really far, then it's valid. Yeah, I'm just going to have to skip. I know it goes, but once again, I don't want to lie and say that, oh yeah, I would have taken it. I'm trying not to play forward too quickly, because otherwise I'm skipping all these really, really good entries. But I also want to keep it super fair and honest. There we go. Okay, so market finally did what we wanted to with all that red news. So now we jump up to 20-minute. We do have red news though, so that would have been a clean entry right here. There we go. We get a new re-entry, 4-hour, hourly, 20. Good. Probably going to wick us out here just given the size of these candles, but I'm okay with that. There we go. Close to a break even. I'm going to give it one more strength candle. Yeah, that constitutes good enough. Since this one wasn't strong enough, like this up thrust right here, and it just kind of fell back down, I wanted to see something else hold, and these lows held and then pushed back up over these. So that's why I was so okay with that. So we'll let this play out. Probably going to be a loss or a break even. Still nothing to manage here. Notice how I'm a lot more slow at managing positions now. I just let them go. If they want to go, they'll go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I like to see. Still nothing to manage though, so still very small. I'll manage.
Yeah, I think you had to close your trade early at 14 because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
surrender.
What high was that?
I
So
mean,
this was
it's like right.
14. So
Yeah,
it's
you can
similar.
close it here.
Cool. Thanks for telling me, by the way. Otherwise, I would have kept going.
Yeah.
4-hour good. Hourly is a little sideways. So I'm going to wait for the 20-minute to give us some strength here. There we go. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long over this high. Something like 12. I want to go look at the 20 again. So the 20 is valid. We'll see. Probably going to be a loss. Yeah. Look for a new reentry here. There we go. Another entry right over this high. 4-hour good, hourly good. I want to look at the hourly. Yeah, hourly's good. 20 minutes good. So 5-minute long over this high. ATR is going to be around 17. What time is it over there, by the way?
1:30 a.m.
What time do you gotta get up?
At 7:30, but I can stay for like a few more hours, I guess.
No, bro, you gotta sleep.
I mean, I slept today for like 12 hours almost. So
Okay. No, that's fair.
I
Last
can
night,
compensate that.
I couldn't go to bed till like 2 in the morning last night, so I just got up and was working.
Yeah.
So it's 9:40 in the morning. If you look at this market condition, it's very bad. So I'm not gonna take it. It's probably gonna tap me in and then flip back down. Let's see. Tap in. Yep. And then it flips back down. So I'm actually just gonna skip all this. Gonna wait for money to come back in, something like that. Good. Hourly, 20. I do like this entry. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute is okay. So I'd take something like this. 20 unit ATR. Just fell back down. Hopefully we get a new reentry somewhere around here. There we go. Oh, but it's too late. Yeah, I'm surprised this has been a pretty bad back test. So this is, what, 4 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Entry here. I don't know what would have happened. Yeah, so it flushed out first and then gave you an entry.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You kind of miss it. It's okay. 4-hour is good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is okay. But it's too late to take anything. 4 hours okay. Hourly is very bad. So I'm going to wait for the 20-minute to shape up here. Okay, that's a giant candle. Wait for red news to play out.
You didn't took that candle, which was like with the wick. Yeah, on this one. Due to the wick? Or
No, it wasn't the wick. We're too far from the MAs. If anything, when this happens,
yeah.
generally, I want to see price continue sideways. Because usually a flush back down
Yeah.
into the MAs and then set something up. Kind of like here. But this candle, imagine this candle right here being inverted, so it closes up here. I still want to see it come down and then give me an entry, something like this. So I'd rather just not
Yeah.
take it. I think the market's a little extended to take anything there. And my new system is kind of follows a lot of patience. Like I'm okay if it's not perfect for what I like to see, then I just won't take it. But that also means you're gonna get, it's gonna take a little longer. So this is another cool entry.
Yeah. It makes sense because like you have all of these other markets that you can trade and you only can take like 2 losses per day, so you can choose what you want to take like risk on.
And I think 2 losses a day is a lot because that's 0.8% on a live account. And then that reflects onto 1.6% a day. So if you have 100 bad days, or even like 50 something, then you lost the account, which is kind of crazy to think about, but that means 100 bad trades. Still valid of an entry. It's a little wiki though. We're gonna wait for the 4 hour to there we go. Exactly that. Got red news though. There we go. After red news. Looking at this 4 hour. So okay. This is one of those risk entries where usually they run and they run very far. But they also like to just tap you in and then disappear. I don't know, man. I'm not liking this one.
It's like very in like a range.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
wanna-
looking at. It's still clean. I'll take it. Add another loss to it. Why not? Oh, the suspense is so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel. Watch, it's gonna run. Ah, good thing I didn't take it. So we got a minute left here. Yeah, I was hoping we'd pick this back up. It was a little bit of a very bad back test, and so I'm gonna go back on my personal time and analyze what's been going on here. Maybe it's just because I haven't been taking all the trades I should have been taking and saying I probably skipped it.
I mean, you skipped like a lot of trades,
Yeah,
which were actually like winners. I think like I counted like more than 10 probably.
yeah, that's like assuming 5 RR each, worst case scenario.
Yeah.
That's 50 RR. Just haven't taken.
Yeah.
Another loss. Throw that in the books. Oh my gosh. Dude, if it wouldn't have tapped me out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's like a 20 RR runner.
Yeah, I'm always like taking those entries where it like goes sideways after moving a little bit. Like you said, the ones that you don't take due to like a maze. I tend to take those, and I noticed that.
Oh no, we got cut out. Okay, I'm gonna pause here and then we'll continue the combo here in a second. All right, and we're back. So we're gonna continue this back test. And like I said, afterwards I will continue to do more testing on this particular market. It seems like I am giving up a lot of my edge by skipping all those big trades, but I really do want to test my system to its, maximums. So we're gonna see how far we can take this. See if we can at least end in profit. Yeah, 4 hour, really no touch zone from me. There we go. So at that moment, I'd start looking at the market again, probably on this push right here on this hourly close. However, there's probably still not going to be any sort of entry for us. There we go. Okay, so we get something, but it's too late, so we have to skip. Gonna wait for hourly to push up this way. We have like this micro trend going this way. Flipping back up, so that's good for us. Gonna wait till the next day. And then hourly money, I want to see this come in this way. There we go. So we just had red news, or have red news coming up here in a few hours. So looking at this, 4 hour is a little weak, but plenty of potential. Hourly is very strong, 20 minutes very strong. So I'm going to take a buy stop right here. Generally, when one time frame is very weak, but the others are supporting the narrative, I kind of ignore the weak one and go with the stronger ones. Because usually they like to hint at a combined narrative between all of them. So if anything, the only reason I'm still leaving this trade active right now is maybe we'll get a candle like that. And we don't. So that's when I cancel it. Cool. Gonna wait for the next day, actually. Oh my goodness, what in the world, dude?
Yeah.
That's a 10% wick. Like, I don't know about you,
Don't think
but
that's normal.
no,
It
I
doesn't seem like it's probably a fixed replay.
January 26th. I'm gonna go on to TradingView because this got me thinking. And we're gonna compare the price action on this platform. So hang on, wait for this to load. We'll just load up basic or MNQ. There we go. And then it was January, what was it? Do you know?
23, I believe, something like that.
So let me-
26 it was.
January 26th. You can still see my screen, right? Did we say January?
I think it was July or something like that.
I don't know why I
Because
said
it's like
January. June
June, yeah.
26th. June, January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, yeah. It's just FX replay. Dude, that thing got me
Yeah.
tweaking. I'm like, there's no way. Okay, so 4 hour. There is potential here. 4 hour, hourly 20 on this day. So red news was here. Look, so I'm telling you, FX replay is always off by an hour. If you see this,
Yeah.
and that's where news was. There's potential on this candle right here. 4 hour good. Hourly is okay. 20 minutes okay. Yeah. I'll take one loss here. Something like that. I'm going to close TradingView because it seems to be taking up a lot of power. Cool. Okay, take a loss. And now it's probably going to go or not. Okay, it's too late to enter anything. 4 hours good. Hourly's okay. Yeah, if anything, I'm probably going to want to stay out of this market for a little bit. We'll see if the 20 lines up. There we go. We do have red news coming up here though, so there we go. We get a nice setup. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. So I'll take a long over this high at a 25 ATR stop. Probably take another loss, and I'm so okay with that. Cool, move to break even right away. Maybe this is the runner we've been waiting for. Never mind. I could have managed. I chose not to because it's just nothing here for me.
Yeah.
I would have secured 2RR at most. Yeah, this 4 hours kind of failing me. So I want to see some bullishness come back into play at 4 in the morning. So we'll see if we get anything. Okay. Yep, nice accumulation. Kind of looking to take these highs out next. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. So I'm going to wait for the 20 minute baseline. There we go. Baseline, nice entry. 4 hour good. The only problem is this wick looks a little bit big. We're looking at a 32 versus like a 36 maybe, a 40. Yeah, unfortunately, probably going to go, but I have to skip it per my rules. Yep, nothing and just goes without us. So that's one of those times you would have taken that and it would have worked out, but it's just not my rules, you know? So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. So I'm going to wait for this 20 minute to strengthen up and then give us this next push up. There we go. Unfortunately, we do have red news though, so I have to skip. Anticipatory validation potential right here. Yep. So this is an okay valid entry. 4 hours good, hourly is good, 20 minute. Is okay. There you go. I just played it a little quick, but I could see this being a quick break even though. 23 ATR stop. Something like that. Yeah, it's going to take a lot. This is definitely going to be a break even for us. Or a loss even. One more strength, move to break even, and then I'll take my break even right about now. Maybe. Still not managing. I'll manage 70% to somewhere around here. And this was red news. Yeah, a half day again. So I should have closed on this candle, but it's okay. I'll just close here. Go to the next day. We didn't reach that target. So if you're a beginner trader, one thing I would really focus on is getting general structure right. Understanding that when we come down to points like these, it's not to fall off, it's to continue this leg up. And so biggest piece of advice, for example, is when I started trading, I would only trade this kind of price action and this kind of price action. I would isolate that. And whenever some sort of price action was not aligned with what I was looking for, I wouldn't touch it. So all this is like no touching. Versus now, I try to scalp my sells into here, and you'll work yourself into it with experience and time. Once you get like the overall trend down, let this refresh. Once you get the overall trend down, then you can start focusing on the more refined things like these. But if you try to trade this and then this right here, these are two completely different stories, and price is going to move slightly different. You'll learn over time. This is very clean price delivery. This is very wicky and back and forth and a little bit of indecision. They're fighting, the bulls and bears, if you want to call it that way. They're fighting to see what the market's going to do next. And then once they decide, then you get in on it again. But yeah, that's what I would advise for most of people that are just starting off. Gonna skip to the next day. Still nothing to do here. I'm gonna wait for the 4 hour. I don't like this 4 hour. So wait for the hourly to shape up with some money. There we go. We're good. We're good. 20-minute good. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna look at this entry. It's probably gonna be a loss because it seems like it taps you in and then falls back down. So let's go see. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So yeah, I'll take an entry. I think it is a loss though, so that's okay. 27, something like that. I'll take my loss. Oh no, it did come down first. Okay. And then we get tapped in. And then take the loss. There we go. And then market just kind of goes without us. That's okay. Next time I want to back test maybe like oil or a different market with you or with anyone else that's, looking to get some help. So I can look at the complexities, the differences between the markets at the same time. Like we'll take them in 2024 as well and see what how things play out. Okay, I'll take a long over this high. So that's a 16 ATR stop. Probably going to be a loss here, just given the size of the stop loss. I'm okay with that. Probably after we broke up and close above that high, I'm just going to move to break even. It's not worth it for me. And then very likely it's going to stop me out, and I'm okay with that. There we go. We're getting a re-entry here, so that's good. 11 ATR stop. Man, our win rate's got to be so bad on this back test. I'm calling maybe 30-40%. Take a loss. And I'm done for the day. Yeah. So if you look at the 4 hour, we're starting to get this kind of price action that it's not moving far away from the MAs, but rather just coasting above it. I could see this market start, like it's starting to show variables of a good crash coming soon. Something like this, and then a build back up. Okay, gonna wait till 4. Building back up. 20-minute. Let's go take a peek here. We do have renews, so. This is too weak of a candle for me. If anything, I want to see the next candle do something like this. There you go. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip it. Once again, skipped a really good trade. I want to see. I'm going only after like perfect trades, and that wasn't perfect at all. So there's our 4 hour flush we were looking for. Okay, so now there we go. I'm gonna start looking for sells because clearly that's what whoever's controlling the market at the moment wants. If you want to think about it theoretically. Okay, money coming back in. So that's good. Cool. What time is it? Okay, looking for our entry. Probably missed our entry here. That's a clean entry. I want to go look at this entry real quick. See what it looked like on the hourly and 4 hour to see if it's anything worth taking. Nah, too low in the range. Not going to take it. Probably missed another good entry in here. How far is that? 2 hours and 20. I'm going to go look at this entry now and see if it was valid. 4 hour is semi-valid. Doesn't look bad. Hourly is really good. 20 minutes really good. I'll take a long here. 31 ATR stop. Once again, I don't like these huge stop losses because more likely than not, the price has to move so far for you to make regular profit, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So on this black candle right here, move to break even for me. And sometimes they do move. Other times they just crash back down and take you out. Yeah, nothing for me here. 4 hour is still very weak, so I'm going to give it another 4 hour candle to shape up. Okay, wait till 4 in the morning. And that's that giant crash I was telling you about. You see it now?
Yeah.
When the price moves in a way that I'm not familiar to, generally it's going to do the opposite of what I expect it to. So if I'm anticipating it to continue up, generally this is indicating just stay away from the market. It's about to do something so messed up that you don't even know what it's doing. And I kind of saw it from all the way back here. And I kind of got a little hesitant about it. So now looking for sells. Oh my goodness. I skipped past this entry again. Let's see if it ran, first of all. Otherwise, so we don't have to retake it. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I got to stop trolling myself with all these entries. Yeah, that's clean. So it's going to be a 31 ATR stop. Perfect. Move to break even. Hopefully this runs a little further than I expect. Nothing to manage to yet. I'll do somewhere around here. So I secure at least 2 are out of the move, then somewhere around this high right here. So demand a little bit more strength, and then I'm managing to right around here. Okay, 70% is going to come off here if we could get tapped. Okay, take off 70%. And then I'm just going to move up higher to see what else we can manage to. Going to manage the remaining 30% somewhere around here. And then wait for 2 p.m. There we go, 2 p.m. rolls around, close everything. Go to the next day. 4 hour has been okay, hourly has been okay. Waiting for 20-minute money to come in. There we go. 4 hour good. Hourly good. 20-minute good. 5-minute long. It does look like red news a little bit. So July 18th, I'm going to double check that. $5:30 red news. So I don't know, because it's always off by an hour. Oh, this is 8:30. No, we're chilling. Yeah, we're good. So take a long right here. 20-minute ATR is going to be 51, something like that. Probably going to take a massive loss right here. Yep, kind of saw that one coming. Wait for a new setup. Anticipatory validation. Oh, this clean. It's a little extended for my liking, but these, when they run very far. And so those that do run offset all the other ones. They make up for them. So I'm okay taking a secondary loss right here. Give me that loss. Considered moving to break even right here, but I was too slow to it. Yep. That's why I should have moved to break even. It's okay. Go to the next day, 2 losses back to back. So hourly, gonna wait for strength. Probably a good entry. Nope, nothing yet. There we go. Potential entry here. Notice how the market moves very differently now. Like it's weird. Now it makes a lot more sense. I can follow this market cleanly. 43 ATR stop. Something like that. Falls off, wait for a new 20-minute validation. This is a risky one because it's very small compared to all the other candles near it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I already know this is probably going to be a loss, but I like it. It's part of the things that I've tested, and I'm okay taking this one. Cool, move to break even. Take my break even. Still nothing to manage to. Take my break even. Go to the next day. Wait for the hourly to do something like this. Otherwise, I'm not touching. Go into the next day. Still nothing. If anything, if I want to fall short, I need to see a larger candle. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Now we can start following this trend right here. So it seems like there's been an institutional shift in money where now we're in almost full distribution at this point. This is what we're doing now, and that's okay.
Yeah.
This is amazing because
Can I ask why I didn't like start following a little bit earlier on the
from where?
4 hour like a little bit earlier, like a few candles. No,
Right
like
here?
down there where you skip price.
Right here?
Or was it because of, yeah, like
Well,
right
it's
here.
not my trading hours. I only trade New
Oh
York,
yeah.
so I have to skip till 4 in the morning. You see that? So this is the 4 hour,
Yeah.
4 in the morning candle. Otherwise, I would. Like my profits on, through my testing, I've proven that if I were to trade 24/7, then my profits will be almost 2 to 3 times larger than just trading New York. But I can't be on the charts 24/7,
Yeah.
So I just make it fair and say, hey, I'm only trading from 4 in the morning to 11 a.m. and then I'm done. We do have red news though, so have to wait for some baseline and then build it back up. And it just kind of goes. This would have been a clean entry, but red news. What time is it? 12. Yeah, if you're crazy, you can take this. It's probably gonna, there you go a little bit. 4 hour, still clean. Hourly, still clean. 20-minute. 20-minute is okay. You could take this. There's still opportunity for a baseline and then a new candle. There is red news though. There we go. Looking at this 4 hour clean, hourly clean, 20-minute clean-ish, 5-minute long right over this high. Something like that. Probably take a loss here, nothing new. I'm okay with that. And we're done. Wait for 4 hour money to come in. There we go. and then 20-minute. That's why I don't like trading these kinds of candles. Usually it'll wick you in and then slap back down, but I won't see a larger bearish candle to get involved here. There we go. Too late. There we go. Okay, so now I'd consider looking at this market bearish. So this is something that I'm looking for NVIDIA to do right now. NVIDIA is probably at some point right here right now. And if anything, NVIDIA's been acting super weird. Not like this, but back and forth and just distribution style kind of movements. So I want to see a giant flush down like this and then it builds back up. Because if we look at the daily, this is what's going on. So now, hopefully on the daily, we start building back up. And this is where the huge money is made. A lot of the price action we've been trading closer to the high of the ranges have been distributions, especially on the higher time frames. So hopefully now, let me look at 4 hour. Yeah, we get something good coming forward. Time is it? Too late? Uh, 4 in the morning, good. Cool. There's red news, so we can't trade this. Wait for a new setup. Now the 4 hour is going to be acting a little funny here. I'm not touching. What time is it? I'll consider continuing looking for sells given that amount of bearishness came in, but I don't think I'll get anything. It's just gonna, yeah, too late. 4 hour is still gonna continue a little bit bearish, so I can continue following that. Red news coming up again. So I can't trade any of this. Hopefully we set back up, something like that. I do like that. 4 hours clean, hourly is clean, 20 minutes okay, 5 minute sell right over this high is okay. Looking at a 94 ATR stop. Yeah, like these are giant candles, so I do like it when these run though, because they go far. Get tapped in, hopefully move to break even. Yeah. One more strength candle. Probably gonna be a loss, yep. Come on, tap me out. These markets play too much, bro. Yeah. Break over this high and I'm moving to break even. And a loss, probably. Generally, when I get very close to market close like this and I'm still slightly over break even, I'll just take the break even because there's no way the market's going to move anywhere remotely close to any sort of profit. So at least I can close as a break even or pay the commissions. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. It looks like this might be a really good trading day, just given the momentum in the market. So we'll see after red news what happens. There's still a good amount of time to red news, so there's still very good entries here. I don't take a sell right over this high or a buy.
I noticed like always on the sell side, the stops are usually like bigger for some reason.
It's because if I were to put it into words, I'd say because we're going against a major trend, generally the market condition, well now this is full distribution, generally the market condition is going to be a lot wickier and you're going to have a lot more variability in the data and larger candles. So you kind of have to make up for that in larger candles because there's a lot more fighting. People don't know what's going on. Close to break even and tapped out. I want to make sure this wasn't red news on August 5th. Because this looks a little bit big. 7. Yeah, that's red news. So I wouldn't be trading any of this. Oh. We're just going to play through all this. Play through this red news, and then probably not going to get anything good here. Yep, we're done for the day. Gonna wait for the 4 hour to reset up. Hourly money is coming back in. 4 hours okay. You could take this. Not taking. I'm gonna wait for more money. On the hourly at least. Okay, market close. So I'm just gonna play forward on the 4 hour to see what's gonna happen here until 4 in the morning. A little bit more strength on the 4 hour on the hourly sell, and then I'll take it. But we got bought back up. So just gonna skip till the next session. And the next session. And the next session. And the next session. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay, so on this 4 hour candle right here, played a little quick, is when I'd start looking for entries again. Notice the bearishness that came in.
Yeah.
Now we look at the even the weekly. Weekly will give us a lot of insight into what's actually going on if you're confused. This is the high time frame target. And now we're starting to see that play out on the 4 hour. Daily, 4 hour, starting to build up slowly. It's hard to connect the dots from such a high time frame though. And market just went that entire session without us. But at least now we know what's going on in the market. Hourly, waiting for more money. There we go. At 9, whoa, hello. At 9 in the morning, finally falling in line with what we want to know, the narrative. Now, technically I did play it fast, but this is a very good entry I would have taken. I think we can both agree. Yeah. So you don't think I'm like lying or anything. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high looks so clean. 25 ATR. Bro, I thought that was about to stop me out, and it did. That's okay. Okay, done for the day. Actually gonna step back up to the 4 hour and just play it forward from there till 4 in the morning. There we go. Look at our narrative playing out. Look at the daily.
Yeah.
Look at the weekly. Yes, sir. So this is our target. I'll just kind of highlight it. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So given that now we have a very strong established trend, hopefully this is where we make back all our money. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad. Go up to 4 hour, play to the next session. Okay. 4 hour is failing a little bit, so I'm going to wait for the hourly to shape back up. There we go. Probably missed an entry in there, to be honest. 4 hour, hourly, 20. I want to go look at this entry right here. I'm trying to not play it as fast next time so I don't skip all the price action, but let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hours good, strong. Hourly is a little bit weak, so unfortunately I'm just going to skip it. And it just kind of goes without us. Waiting for hourly strength. There we go at 8 in the morning. 4 hour is okay. Hourly is okay. 20-minute is good. 5-minute long over this high. Looking at a 30 ATR stop. Get tapped in, probably get tapped out. 20-minute, look for a new setup. A little bit wicky. I'll take 2 losses today. And then I'm done for the day. 22 ATR stop. Something like that. No break even yet. Now we move to break even. Okay, now I can start to consider management here. Managing 70% to here. Managing 70% to here. Cool. And then coming in at 2 p.m., So we have a couple candles managing all my position to here because now we just have a couple candles, one candle left.
Yeah.
And I'm off at all. Okay. Gonna move up to the next day. Still nothing. Gonna wait for the hourly to shape back up. So one strong candle. There we go. Probably missed an entry. No, this is our entry. Cool. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high. 26 ATR stop. We only have 6 minutes left, by the way. So hopefully we can catch a couple good runners here. Still valid. No longer valid. Okay, gonna wait for a new validation candle. Falls back down, not touching until tomorrow. Yeah. There might still be something here. Yeah, it's too late, but this might run. No. 4 hours okay, waiting for hourly money to come in. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Long over this high. We have red news in probably like 3 hours. 4 hours. 4 hour good. Hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long, right over this high. ATR is going to be 23. Something like that. Probably going to take a giant loss here because this is a huge stop loss. Yep. 20-minute. Going to wait for an invalidation.
Okay, like
this,
news.
yeah, August 21st. Let's go see. Definitely has to be news. 7 and 11. It's off by an hour, so that'd be 8.
Yeah.
That lines up fairly well. So pretend I never took that. So red news here. Maybe we get a reset up here. Just kind of trolling around, skip until the next day. It's not worth it. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Wait for sideways and then entry. We do have red news in hour. Yep, that's why I don't trade. An hour 20 before. 4 hour falling down, gonna wait for a restructuring. So new structure. Not touching. Wait till 4 in the morning. Okay, starting to have some money come in. I do like this because it does fall in line with this narrative right here, which falls in line with the higher time frame. So if anything, 20-minute, there we go. Potential entry right over this high. 4 hour is a little low in the range. I'd like to see a little bit more strength, but I'll still take it. There is potential there. And we're looking for a 50 ATR stop. Probably take a loss here. Cool. So notice, I hope you're keeping track of all the other entries that I used to take.
Yeah.
Because every time I trade, I look at these things and I'm like, good thing I'm not trading like that. So I kind of mentioned earlier, I did want to see a little bit more strength on the 4 hour. So, okay, wait till 4 in the morning. It's a little bit weak on the 4 hour, but still potential. Potential red news at still nothing. What time is this? 4 in the morning? Perfect. So now we have multiple stories being told. The higher time frame target is up here. This is kind of distributing short term as this part of leg right here. So now I can follow shorts for a very short period of time. See if I can scalp anything on this specific day. Okay, got nothing. We have 2 minutes left, so let's see if we get lucky. Yep, so that's going to continue. Hopefully 20-minute here we get a good entry. How's the screen resolution, by the way? Can you see it well?
Yeah, I can see everything very well.
Gonna skip to the next day. Hopefully it's not jumping around too much on you. Gonna give it a couple candles here. I don't like this price action. Okay, now we can continue sells. Yeah, this is an okay entry. The wick does look slightly bigger. I can't tell. 69. I mean, you can make a claim for both. So we'll call it 50-50 and I'll take it.
Yeah.
73. That's a giant stop. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. It's part of my rules, so I got to take it. I can't say no. Take a loss. Move to break even. This probably was red news. I don't know. But
Yeah.
usually I don't manage to red news like that, by the way. Okay. So I'll manage 70% to here. What time is it? Yeah, we still have some time. 70% to there. And then I'll just manage the remaining trailing. I'll manage remaining trailing to somewhere around here for now. Wait till 2 p.m. Okay, 2 hit. Close everything. And then go to the next day. 4 hours okay. Hourly is okay. Need to see a little bit more bullishness from the hourly. Nothing on that day. Still nothing. Waiting for this to happen. But it looks like we might have a distribution again. Now we're falling in line with this. Okay, cut out. So how long have we been recording? An hour and 16. We'll stop it here. Let's go take a peek at that equity curve real quick. And I'll send them a photo of it. But let's see. Okay, slight recovery, break even, lost a few challenges in here, built back up. And notice now, instead of this crazy drawdown that we had on trading, bad market condition, now it's what I've anticipated of my system, which is sideways, maybe a few losses, 2-3 losses, sideways, couple losses, sideways, couple losses, and then all new highs. Look at this win rate, guys. I've never had such a bad win rate on such a bad market. So at least we know we're still profitable within such a market condition. We had a bad month here. And then afterwards, probably after May, it looks like we started to pick back up. So 20% is quite bad. And then if you go look at our months specifically, I think, yeah, this would be a bad month for you. This would be a bad month for you. Bad month. Imagine a whole week of loss. So if you start a new challenge with these few losses, you would have already lost the challenge. Then you start a new challenge, maybe pass it. Yeah, you would have passed it with these few trades. And then next month, you probably would have lost it. And then lost. With this one trade, you probably would have passed the challenge or 2 challenges. You would have built up a good cushion. 2, 4, 6, 9. Yeah. 6, 9. Okay. Yeah. So then finally you'd get to keep your account and you have a nice good cushion. And that's what we're seeing here. Would have lost. And then now you build that nice cushion where you build up. So yeah, it's an odds game of when you start your challenge, because if you start anywhere here, you lost it. If you start anywhere here, now you're keeping your account forever. Unless you somehow manage to lose 20%, which is very, very unlikely. But yeah, anyhow, that's it for this video. And I hope you guys enjoy. Next video, we're going to finish off this data collection. Hopefully we do end up where I, am not too ashamed of my system. Although it is a bad market. But yeah, peace out, guys.